Well, good afternoon. Welcome to FRTV and our coverage of round 17 of the Betfred Championship. Rovers are in Whitehaven, a delayed kickoff at the LEL Arena. A really bad one on the M6. A milk tanker overturned earlier today, crashing through the central reservation. Led to quite a few transport issues for staff, fans from both Whitehaven and Featherstone on the way up. So the decision taken a little earlier on to delay kickoff until 4:15. Thankfully, we are just about ready to go. And the opportunity again for Rovers to move 8 points clear of Toulouse at the top of the Betfred Championship against a Whitehaven side in 9th, but who are coming off the back of a rare midweek victory over York. But Rovers have a good record at Whitehaven, and they'll be looking to add to that here this afternoon. So the Whitehaven side is Josh Rourke, the fullback, wearing 23. Then it's Dave Eccleston, Chris Taylor, Curtis Tier, and Oscar Doran. The halves, Jamie Doran and Jake Carter. Guy Graham, George Hill, Ross Ainley is the front row. Connor Holliday, Bailey Dawson, and Ryan King completing the third team. The interchange bench for Whitehaven today, no Dion Eyre, of course. So Liam McAvoy, Lazarusa Tabu, Perry Singleton, and Lucas Castle make up the 17. What about Rovers? There's a debut on the bench for Logan Astley today. Mark Corella is the fullback again, and it's Briscoe, Leilua, Chris Hankinson, and the leading scorer, Gareth Gale. The halfbacks continuing Caleb Akins and Thomas Lacan. Gadwin Springer up front with Junior Moores, and a start for Connor Jones. A rest for the otherwise ever-present Matty Wildy. Arama Howe gets his second start in the second row alongside the returning Elijah Taylor. So good to see ET back after 9 games out. He returns and starts in the back row, and also returning at 13 after a 2-game absence following that facial injury is Mathieu Kozat. On the bench today then for Sean Long is the new boy Logan Astley, what will be his 10th professional match, Mackenzie A, John Davis and Daniel Smith. So Rovers ready to go against Whitehaven. Overcast skies, bit of thunder in the air in Cumbria, but Rovers keen to do a job up in the northwest this afternoon. Jamie Doran leads out the hosts. No James Lockwood or Matty Wildy, of course, today. So Chris Hankinson is the skipper for the day, part of the leadership group. Rovers playing in their change colours of the red, the navy trim, the navy shorts, and the red socks with navy trim, as Hankinson leads Rovers out for what should be a stern examination of the credentials. Dane Chisholm, of course, added in the last week or so. Not yet in the matchday party. So Rovers will be playing right to left as we look on over this first half of the LEL Arena. Sean Longside bidding to go 8 points clear. A big victory in the corresponding fixture at Post Office Road. 76 points to 4. Hat-trick for Gareth Gale, a couple as well for Joey Leilua. Whitehaven, well, you've got to go back into 2008 to find their last victory against Rovers. It will be Rovers to get us underway. The kicking tee in place for Mark Corella, continuing his return to fitness and form. And he swings the right boot, gives it a hefty one, lands round about the goal line area. And Whitehaven get a first carry, but running straight into the man mountain that is Gadwin Springer, helped out by Junior Moores. And around the how in the second tackle with Elijah Taylor and Connor Jones. So good to see E.T. back after that very scary eye injury, the detached retina, the concerns for his vision, his short and long-term vision. Been gone through all the medical protocols, had the surgery, the laser treatment as well. Returned to gym work, then training, and here he is back in the matchday squad and starting. It's the last tackle this, Whitehaven on halfway. They go back and kick about 5 yards within their own half and go long. It will be Gareth Gale to claim inside his own 10 and will run it up and hit the chase, which is a decent one. Led by Bailey Dawson, and Briscoe takes it on and gets a high shot. That was a lazy arm, a clothesline, not malicious, but very, very lazy for this early on in the game. And that'll be the first opportunity for Rovers to get a piggyback up the pitch from their own 20, and Tom Alakan finds touch and allows Rovers to tap on the 40 instead. Taylor to Lacan and a first charge for Gadwin Springer. And the France international, who's been in terrific form since his return to the club. And Mathieu Koza straight down the middle, the Frenchman's off. Antau is on his shoulder, Koza still going, looking for support. Eventually takes the tackle, 10 away from the post. Jones with a pick-up. Here is Arama Howe, back towards the sticks. Goes Adzi. He's hit twice and hit hard. Opportunity knocks for Rovers early on. Right under the sticks here with Connor Jones. Floated past to Tom Alacan, the trademark step. He is well shackled, 5 away, just to the right of the stick. Great chance for Rovers to hit on their first attack. Lacan gives it to Caleb Aikens. Delays the ball. Oh, one-handed offload, and Adzi Howe's got that one wrong. Didn't look. And he offloaded backwards to the Whitehaven man. And the home side get out of jail there. And they are very, very fortunate to survive that early onslaught from Featherstone Rovers. Enterprising start from Sean Longside. Long himself was delayed. Part of the travelling party from the northwest, the Rovers head coach. Elijah Taylor, Chris Hankinson, Logan Ashley all making their way up on the carnage that was the M6 and the diversions and detours today. Whitehaven are kicking early here. Briscoe, he's going to have to scurry back. Is he going to go for a 40-20? No. Briscoe averts the danger, but he's had to go very deep. It's a good kick return. Goes from 10 into round about the 20. And Lacan is there. And Corella. And now Gale. Solid enough start from Whitehaven. Rovers penned inside their own 20. We've had 3.5 minutes on FRTV. I'm sure there'll be a lot of you tuning into our coverage today, given the transport issues that I mentioned. So do get in touch as normal. If you are able to see tweets, given what's happened to Twitter in the last 24 hours, do send us a message, and I'll be sure, as always, to give you a shout. Always nice to know that you're tuned in. What you think of Rovers, what you think of the starting 17, and where you're listening in. And the best wishes to the injured boys as well, of course. Brad Day, Jack Bussey, Josh Hardcastle. So unfortunate last week. Whitehaven giving the ball a bit of air. From left to right, setting up now in front of the post, 20 away. Good opportunity for the home side, attacking down the middle with Ryan King. They shift left again and put the high kick up Jake Carter's left boot. Briscoe didn't get a challenge anywhere near him. But it's going to be a penalty, Whitehaven. Now it's the referee saying that he was guarding. That's why Whitehaven couldn't get anywhere near him, because there was a block in there. An NBA-style block. So it's a penalty. 10 out for Whitehaven to take a shot lead, perhaps. This is an early test of the Rovers' defence. The host bang in front, playing it through the halves again. Doran with all the experience, tapped on and into touch. And that's a bit of a mess on the first from Whitehaven, and Rovers are going to get the ball back here without their defensive line being tested. 5 gone. Still 0-0. But the hosts have seen plenty of the ball. And 1 penalty apiece. Delayed kickoff, of course, so there are scores to give you from elsewhere, which I will do in just a moment. With Rovers in possession on their own 20. Joey Leilua wants the first feel of the football, and he carries and drags for Whitehaven Church with him. Jones gives it to Springer. Great gain, an offload from Gadwin Springer, and Connor Jones so dangerous behind the pack. There he goes, already over halfway. 40 out with Junior Moores. Akins gets out of the tackle and dances away, and Caleb Akins is through. It's a brilliant run, ankle tapped. With a right in front of the post here. 10 away with a couple to go. Connor Jones right side to Thomas Lacan. Elijah Taylor joining in. Lacan's right behind him. Thinks about the offload, but he's wrapped up his ET. Last tackle. They're right on the line, right side. Connor Jones goes skinny side. Leilua, not sure that was the play. Elijah Taylor puts his hand up, apologises to the 11 men back out to his left. He went right. There was only 2 there, Leilua and Briscoe. And in the end, it was a turnover ball. The handover, I beg your pardon, and Whitehaven will start their set on their own 10-metre line. So 0-0 in round 17 of the Betfred Championship. A delayed kick-off, a 4:15 start. Scores from elsewhere, 6 apiece at Barrow and Batley. Bradford 50 points to 6 against Keighley. Bulls looking a little bit dangerous at the moment. London 46-6 over Newcastle. Sheffield up at Swinton 22-14, and Halifax winning at York. Been a very difficult season, hasn't it, for Andrew Henderson? Here come Whitehaven down this right hand side, inside Caleb Akins, scrambling defence from Connor Jones. The fullback Josh Rourke was there. It's the last tackle in front of the sticks, 20 away. Swinging kick, Jamie Doran to the left side, he's knocked on. And this will be Rovers' ball. Good end to the set though for Whitehaven. They were stretched, there were Rovers. Who will now tap on the 20. Corella and Briscoe. 0-0, 8.5 gone. This is FRTV with Hankinson. Rovers inside their own 40 still. Jones and Springer on his right shoulder, giving the ball to Elijah Taylor. That's lovely. Lacan on his shoulder. Jones wants it inside. It's a brilliant first try for Rovers. Made down the middle and finished off by Connor Jones. First start for Connor Jones, and he knows the way to the post. It's going to be a 6-0 Rovers lead. Wonderfully worked. Elijah Taylor heavily involved. And finished off by Connor Jones for a 4-0 Rovers lead, with a kick to come from right underneath the uprights to our left. And it's the Rovers fans now in fine voice. Opening try of the game, Connor Jones. Try number 16 for the Rovers hooker and Corella from bang in front. To tag on the 2. No mistake. That's gone over the stand into the car park. And after 10 minutes at Whitehaven, Rovers have a 6-0 advantage. One they've had to be fairly patient for, but it was beautifully worked and a slick finish from the supporting Connor Jones. 6 tries in his last 7 for Rovers number 9. And a great start for Sean Longside. Do let us know where you're tuned in from this afternoon. Hello to Simon. Come on, boys, let's get the win. Can't wait to see Chizzy back where he belongs, up the Rovers. Dane Chisholm re-signed this week, not in the matchday 17, while he gets his match fitness back. But another great option to have for Sean Long at this, the interesting bit, the fun bit of the season, where the platforms and the preparations have been laid. And it's about timing the run right, which Rovers themselves will happily admit last couple of years hasn't been perfect. Oh, and that's not perfect either. It's a knock-on from Joey Leilua on his own 40. Oh dear, the big fella's had a shocker there. And this is a gift for Whitehaven. Had a good sleep on the coach on the way up, did Joey? Maybe he's not quite awake yet. This is an opportunity for Whitehaven to try and hit back. Scrum down on the Rovers 40. And immediately back underway with Jamie Doran. But Eccleston to his right, everyone back left. To the left we go. George Hill bouncing out of the tackle. Wearing 6 but playing 9. George Hill today. And that's an error from the hosts at the play of the ball. High fives from Rovers, who are getting the ball back here. Hasn't been great from Whitehaven this. 12.5 in, trailing 6-0 to that Connor Jones try. That was a great chance to try and mount some pressure of their own. But an unforced error attacking the post gives possession back to Rovers. Been a difficult season for Whitehaven, reflecting in a few gaps around the terracing. And here is Mark Corella now, with Whitehaven not back the 10. So another penalty goes Rovers' way. Discipline has not been good from the home side. Tom Alakan hammers into touch down this near side. Gareth Gale throws back in and Hankinson takes the tap, and Junior Moores takes the first carry. And already this is a great chance for try number 2 for Rovers, with Jones over the ball, 25 away. Central position, Lacan on his right shoulder, promotes to Kozar. It's Corella into the line, dancing through it. Still going, Mark Corella, dancing away towards the post. Brilliant for the France international, right under the sticks now. 5 away. Jones, back to Akins. Pops it up to Adzi Howe, gets it back, does Caleb Akins. Little step, he's up towards the line, just halted in his progress, 1 metre short. Jones, will he go on his own? No, flat ball to Springer, crashing over. Only ever one outcome. Nobody stops Gadwin Springer on the crash ball from there, from point blank range. Springer's try. Rovers lead 10-0 with a kick to come. You could just see it coming. The break was excellent. Great work, Corella. Akins took it on, and it was perfectly set up. It just needed a big man. And Gadwin Springer crashed on. Right on cue. Unstoppable. Corella bang in front again. This is going to be a 12-0 Featherstone Rovers advantage on the quarter hour. Jones and Springer, the try scorers. Here comes Corella, no mistake. Another one out of the car park. Keeping the ball boys busy. 15 gone. Rovers going along nicely. 2 converted scores to 0. It's a 12 points to 0. Rovers cushion. 4 tries this year for Big Gadwin. "17 rounds of action, plus a cup game. Hasn't played them all, of course. Not a bad return. As Whitehaven restart again, and Corella takes it on the full and gives it back to Junior Moores. It's already looking like this could be a long afternoon for the hosts. As Briscoe, in off his right touchline, comes and drives down the middle. Jones looking for a quick play. The ball doesn't get it. The tackle wasn't complete, the referee says. Briscoe's allowed to carry on. He's made another 10 here. And he's up on halfway. Eventually he is tackled. Jones, here's the try scorer, Springer. Offloading easily back. Oh, Briscoe wasn't looking. He wasn't looking. And he put it down. Much like Steve Smith in the cricket earlier today. A lapse and an easy one has gone to ground. And Whitehaven will scrum down on their own 40. These giant seagulls continue to fly overhead. Here come Whitehaven. Curtis Tier wearing 4. On halfway. Kozak in the tackle with Springer. The 2 France internationals. Kozak involved, of course, in that fairly painful mid-season international against England at Warrington. The double header. 2 very lopsided scorelines. Ryan King driving down the middle. Doran is over it again. Within 20 here, Whitehaven. Shuffled to the left. Taken on by Guy Graham. The last tackle. They're 20 away, just to the left of the post. They're going to attack down the left side. Outside of the boot from Doran. Where's this going to bounce? It could go anywhere. It's just gone too deep. It's gone dead. And this will allow Corella to sprint up and take the tap. Restart on the 20. And Gale's already there. Joey Leilua wants the second one. Takes it off Connor Jones. And that was a high shot. Went up around the neck of Joey Leilua, who has stayed down, I think, just to make sure he got the decision. He's all right. It was a high shot. Lacan drills another one into touch. Whitehaven giving away far too many penalties to stay in this game. Every time, really, Rovers have had a decent look at the line. They've looked like scoring. And here we go again with Macha Kozak bouncing off a tackle. Thinks about the offload. Eventually just goes to ground. 20 away with Connor Jones. Lacan on his left shoulder. Flat ball, Junior Moores. That's how. Steps inside. Wants an offload. He might just be better off taking it. It's a really strong carry. And he's lost the ball, but he's going to get a penalty. Ripped off him. Actually, he retained the ball. But there were 3 Whitehaven men all over him. The referee wants a word here. Their discipline has been shocking, Whitehaven. And this might be a warning, you know. Well, they need to sort themselves out, Whitehaven, otherwise they're going to be playing Rovers with 12 fairly soon. Here's Jones tapping in front of the sticks. Full set from here. And Junior Moores might only need one. He's just about there. 1 metre short. Underneath the uprights. Connor Jones coming back left. LeCan looks for Akins. Finds Akins. Corella shifted on to Hankinson. There's another try coming here, you know. That's how is the dummy half. Springer. Oh, Springer to Kozar, the two Frenchmen under the post. What a try that is. Gadwin Springer playing scrum half. Setting up a try for Mathieu Kozar, marking his return with a try. 3 tries under the sticks. Rovers galloping clear. It's going to be 18-0. And we've barely played 20 minutes. Whitehaven well and truly on the ropes. And it's just kicking practice for Mark Corella. He could knock each of these 3 over with his eyes closed. And the ball boy might as well just stay in the car park round the back of the stand. So no sooner has he retrieved the second conversion attempt, this one is heading the same way. Jones, Springer and Kozar. 3 from 3 from the boot of Mark Corella. And it's an 18-0 Rovers lead. 21 minutes into this contest. Second try of the season for Mathieu. Scored back in March against Andrew Henderson's York City Knights. Utter dominance here from Rovers. High kick-off. LeCan has done brilliantly there. I think he has anyway. He's having a word. This is going to be a dropout though, I think. Thomas LeCan thought he caught that with his foot in touch. The touch judge has indicated that he caught it and then stepped out, which means it's a dropout. I'm not sure about that. So it's Hankinson to drop out instead. And now it's a penalty. Rovers have gone too early. Chasing the dropout. They're offside. Oh, what a helping hand to Whitehaven to get themselves back. No, they've got a full set in front of the post here. Defensive practice for Rovers. Bailey Dawson. Doran. Jake Carter. No way through. Moores and Taylor in the tackle with Mathieu Kozar. Towards the post. Right under the sticks here, Whitehaven. Another penalty. Rovers never got back on side. Gadwin Springer needs to keep it shut. He's having a bit of a go at the referee. 6 more from under the post. Doran with the tap. And they'll just have another go. Ross Ainley with the first carry. Dawson. Oh, and this looks better. Doran. Good sliding defence, though, from Rovers to shut the door. Right side, 5 away. Back to Doran, who's orchestrating everything under the sticks. Goes left. Leilua read it well. Read it early, got there. It's another tackle gone. And they've gone back to 15 away now. They're going to run a skinny side play here. LeCan, helped out by Briscoe. It's another gone. Sloppy pass as well. Doran promotes to Ryan King. Springer completes, and it's the last. They've not found a way through. 10 away. Doran off the outside of the right boot. It's another awful kick. And it goes dead, and Rovers have defended a 2 full sets on the line, and Jones with a quick tap is already away. Really poor from Whitehaven. But excellent defensively from Rovers, who come again with Hankinson, skipper today. Already up towards halfway. Corella, the dummy half, gives it to Briscoe. Really strong runner. Carries 3 Whitehaven jerseys with him. Jones there already. Looks right for LeCan, comes back in field left, where Joey Leluer is lurking. Offloads to Briscoe and drops the ball again, does Briscoe. What's the referee saying? It's going to be a Rovers ball, I think. He's just looking at his touch just to make sure. He's saying it was knocked out by a Whitehaven hand, and he's right. It's going to be a Rovers feed to the scrum, 30 out from the Whitehaven line. Bit of a sloppy period of this game. Do, if you're on Twitter, drop us a message. Let us know where you're tuning in from today. 18-0, 25 gone. Tries from Connor Jones, Gadwin Springer, and Mathieu Kozar, and Chris Hankinson wants another. What a burst this is. He's going to get... No, he's lost the ball over the line. Gets a penalty instead. Hankinson was over. Was just about to plonk the ball down. Whitehaven were never back on side. So it's a Rovers penalty. LeCan will kick backwards. And Rovers, rather than start on the 10, will start just inside the 20. Hankinson to LeCan. Springer with the first drive. Back within 10. Connor Jones, just to the left of the sticks. Akins and 3 more outside him. Here we come. Akins shows a dummy. Over the line. How easy. You can see it coming. Caleb Akins. 1 dummy. 1 try. And Featherstone get their 4th of the afternoon. 22-0. 26 gone. Caleb Akins continues to impress as a halfback, slotting in after the loss through injury of Jonathan Ford, and the return of Mark Corella has meant Corella straight back into fullback and Akins into the halves, and he has shone as a halfback. For once, Mark Corella is not under the post. He's about 10 metres in from this left-hand touchline. He's taking it back 20. So it's a fairly narrow angle. Looking to maintain his 100% kicking record this afternoon. Toughest of the 4 so far. And he's pulled it near side to the left of the post. So his first miss, 3 from 4, 22-0. Caleb Akins' 11th try of the season so far. Just behind Connor Jones and Gatmouth Gale, who I think has only touched the ball twice so far this afternoon. Rich here from Kieran. Rovers sounding like they're in dangerous form today. Loving the commentary while I cook tea. Lovely, Kieran. What are you making us? We've had a pre-match burger. Always welcome. Don't tell anyone. Not in training at the moment, so anything goes, really. Very nice it was too. Here's Briscoe. 28 gone, 22-0 Featherstone. Keep up to speed with the scores elsewhere today. Bradford Bulls, a full-time score, have beaten Keighley 74-12. And York have come back to beat Halifax 28-18. The others all latest scores: London 56-10 over Newcastle. Swinton have come back against Sheffield to lead. Swinton 30, Sheffield 22. And Barrow 6, Batley 12. All latest scores. Rovers on the half hour. Fancy it again with Mackenzie Yeh onto the pitch. The cannonball offloads to LeCan. Corella just says have it and hammers it high under the post. Not his best. It's been caught in the in-goal area, so this Will be a 7-tackle set, quick tap. But a good performances from Rovers. I was in Humberside yesterday, watching a bit of Super League, commentating on Hull FC against Catalan Dragons. I don't know if you saw that. What a game that was. Absolutely terrific. The Dragons look the real deal. 4 points clear at the top of the Betfred Super League. That was Singleton on for Whitehaven. I think the tackle count's just been wiped back to 0. So an opportunity again for Haven here. 10 to go until the break. On the 40, right side. Singleton with another strong carry. Brother, of course, of Brad Singleton, the Wigan Warriors front row. Former Leeds Rhino. Of that iconic Leeds team, Rob Burrow and co. Here come Whitehaven, attacking a line on the Rovers' left side defensive edge. They're 10 away, trailing 22-0, but giving the ball a bit of air here. Lazarusso Taboo, their substitute now. A little grubber kick through. Briscoe needs to deal with that and does. Goes to ground. It's going to be another dropout. But if Briscoe hadn't got back, that could have been a lot worse than a dropout. So both sides starting to make changes. It's another dropout under the post. 22-0 Rovers lead. 9 to go until the break. 4 tries, 4 different scorers. Jones, Springer, Kozza and Akins. Short kickoff. It's gone backwards. And Carella's picked it up. Carella's herring away. Shows a dummy and then he's tapped. So good to see Mark Carella back in this vein of form. Joey Leilua over this one. 40 out from their own line. Mackenzie Yeh. Flat Kappa Dave's been in touch. Keep it up, the boys. Kieran's been back in touch to let us know he's made pepperoni and pesto stuffed chicken. Beautiful. Here's a Ramahau. Through the tackle is Adzi. Left side, Rovers within 20. How many left? All eyes on the ref. At least 2 more. Hankinson, Akins, Kozza down the middle, straightening up. Takes a big shot from Lazarusa Taboo. Big unit. Still a couple left. Connor Jones fizzing it right. Tom Alacan slips as he looks to change direction. Last tackle. 10 away, just to the left of the post. Lacano is going to... Jones is going to run it skinny side. That wasn't the best from Carella. Potty flying everywhere. Still going backwards. Could be a penalty, I think, against Rovers. Yes, it is. There was a block in there. It was a right mess, in all honesty. Bodies flying everywhere on the floor. There was a hold in there that the referee's seen. And Whitehaven get a penalty inside their own 10. 7.5 to go until the break. Rovers leading by 22 points to 0. You're tuned into FRTV. Pleasure to be with you every week of the season, albeit I was given a week off last week. So thank you to Tom Alderson and the team for their excellent coverage of the win at York. Albeit they delivered 3 injuries. Let's try and make sure we get through this one in rude health. Singleton up the middle. He's given Whitehaven a big lift since he's come on. John Davis is on for Rovers as well. JD always makes an impact. There's Gareth Gale with a big hit. They'll be very proud of this 0, Featherstone. The points will look after themselves at the other ends. Doran, everything going through him. This is nice. There could be an overlap left side. It's 3-on-1. They're going to get through. Down the left-hand side. It's kicked in field. Oh, they get an unlucky ricochet. There's a knock-on. I think first one against Rovers, is it? Oh, they're going to be allowed to play on. Rovers have it with Gale. Maybe the ref didn't see that. There was a ricochet. Perhaps it went backwards. The second knock-on was Whitehaven. Must have gone backwards because the referee has said just carry on. Leilua does just that. Flat ball at best to Aikens. So 5 to go until the break. 22-0. Rovers in possession with Connor Jones starting today. A breather for Matty Wildy. Jones. Corella right side. 30 out from the Whitehaven line, and a penalty given away. High shot. Oh, and then a bit of back chat as well. That's inexcusable. It's been a talking point in rugby league at the moment after the Josh Griffin incident, the 7-match ban. Ridiculous response from the Hull fans to that one. And still, the players not learning. One thing you cannot do at any level of rugby league is have a word out of tune to the ref. John Davis takes it on. Rovers could punish Whitehaven here for that madness. They're 10 away in front of the sticks with Thomas Lacan, Kozar, Antti Howe. Couple of metres short, just to the left upright, right by the sponsors, padding around the posts. Lacan does really well to step out of the tackle. Great little jink from Thomas. But he's crowded out, 3 round him. Right underneath the post here, Rovers. They could set up left, they could set up right. It's up to Connor Jones. Mackenzie Yates to his right, Macho Kozo his left. He goes to Mackenzie. Says, have a go, big man. And he does. He's over the line but held up. So we'll bring it back. I think Kozat to the left might be the call here. No, he's going to go right again. Lacan. Here's E.T. Taylor puts himself in reverse. Takes himself out of the equation. It's the last tackle. They'll want to come back and find Mark Corella. Here he is. It's poor. It's behind Corella. He's going to have to kick. Drills one into the ground. This could be beautiful. Antti Howe knocks it back. Who's there? Oh, it's diffused by Whitehaven. It should be the dropout. That was enterprising from Featherstone. That was almost a try. It's going to be a dropout. And that's the value of having Mark Corella at fullback. He was able to slot in at first receiver on the last. Drilled a beautiful kick into the ground and forced a goal line dropout on the last tackle. And here it comes, spinning away. Single bounce, second bounce, and Aikens picks it up on halfway and gives it to Mackenzie Yeh. And here we go. Running into traffic and offloading to Macho Koza. It's a big gain off the first carry from those two. Koza goes to ground, centre field. They're 30 away. Lacan, quick play, right side. Joey Leilua's away now. Elusive from Joey. Almost there, 5 away from the line, and I think Whitehaven are offside again. Well, actually, it was an infringement on Joey. It's another penalty. 2.5 to go until the break. Rovers knocking at the door to score a 5th try before half-time. John Davis wants it. He's bypassed. Aikens. Mackenzie Yeh setting up on the first. Goes to ground on the 10, right in front of the sticks. Last couple of minutes of the first half at Whitehaven. Aikens. Flat ball to Arama Howe's over! What a half he's had. He's got through a lot of work and now he's a try scorer. It was a nothing play, short ball. Timed the run well and crashes over to give Featherstone a 26 points to 0 lead. Well, Sean Long may not admit it, but he must be purring at this first half. Hasn't been perfect, there's been the odd error, a couple of penalties, a couple of knock-ons, but so efficient. Every time Rovers have had a look at the line, you fancy them to score, and from all over the park. This time Arama Howe, 5 tries, 5 different scorers. 4 of them from the pack. Springer, Howe, Koza, Connor Jones, Aikens with the other score. Mark Corella has kicked 3 from 4. With this one, 20 metres in from this near left-hand touchline. He's taken it 18 metres back to a decent angle to sweep. Caress the right boot through. And he kicks it, no mistake at all. Whitehaven 0, Featherstone Rovers 28 as we approach half time. Do keep your messages coming. Let us know how your weekend's going. Let us know what you're cooking for dinner, anything you want to get off your chest. Turn it into a therapy session if you like this afternoon. It's been a tough afternoon for anyone trying to get to Whitehaven. So we don't blame you if you're tuning in instead to FRTV. We'll keep each other company. If you're on Twitter and Twitter's working for you, at Georgie Boy, you'll find, drop us a message. I'll be sure to say hello. Are there more points before the break? Whitehaven have gone, I fear. John Davis and Mackenzie Yeh running it inside the 20. Closing moments of the first half. A reminder, a late kick-off, delayed to 4:15 because of spilled milk on the M6. Last play of the first half, Gareth Gale. And the hooter sounds. Resounding first 40. Featherstone Rovers underlining their title credentials in style. With 5 tries. Connor Jones, Gadwin Springer, Mathieu Kozak, Caleb Akins, and Rama Howe. 4 from 5 from Mark Carella's boot. 28-0. Rejoin us for the second half.
Welcome back. Home side back out. Rovers making their way back out too. All except Junior Moores, who is on his way to hospital to correct a broken thumb. We wish Junior well. Rovers will carry on here in his absence, leading 28 points to 0 after a 5-try first half showing. 4 of the 5 converted. Lacan picks up the restart. Rovers in their red away kit today, playing left to right as we look on second half, and attacking. Oh, a lovely offload from Mackenzie Yeh. Mark Carella was on his shoulder. Connor Jones looks like playing a full 80 today with Matty Wildy rested. Here's a Rama Howe, try scorer, his second for the club. And already Rovers are 30 away from the Whitehaven line, having started deep in their own 10. Davis, lovely run. Akins eventually crowded out. This will be the last. Lacan wants it. He's back right side. Here he is, the French youngster. Puts a high one up to the left wing. Hankinson is after it. Was he blocked? The referee's happy enough that Jamie Doran was just holding his position, and Whitehaven will start from inside their own 10. Already 2 tackles down. John Davis completing with Mathieu Kozak. And then Elijah Taylor, Joey Leilua and Connor Jones. They've only made 15 from their line here. Whitehaven up to the 20 with 4 tackles gone. There's Taboo. Last tackle. They've only gone 30. They'll need a hefty kick here. It's sliced off the left foot. Not the best. Straight down the throat of Gareth Gale, who was in a central position alongside Mark Carella. And look at this. Rovers will start their set inside Whitehaven's half. Hankinson down the left-hand side. Picked up and dumped on his back. Caleb Akins is the dummy half on the Whitehaven 30. Left-hand side. Carella inside him. Back to John Davis. Bounces off one and gives it to Taylor. ET attacking the line. Rovers 20 away, looking dangerous. Just to the right of the post with Connor Jones. Try scorer. Kozak. Akins. Corella floated ball. Couldn't get there, Gareth Gale. Into touch on the far left side. And Rovers, for once, don't get it right. And Whitehaven survive. Do keep your messages coming on social media. Great to hear from you as always. As Whitehaven have another go. Rovers would love a nil today. Whitehaven had one decent period in the first half where they had back-to-back sets on the Rovers line. Never really looked like breaking the defence. Right now they're camped in their own 30. Singleton's made a bit of a difference since he came on, up towards the 40, the home side. Couple of tackles to spare this set. Singleton again seeing a lot of the ball, running straight into John Davis and Mathieu Kozat, helped out by Connor Jones. Singleton is appealing for a penalty, but has he lost the ball? The referee says he has lost the ball, and instead it's a knock-on against the Whitehaven man, and a scrum down to Rovers. Right on halfway. Hello to our friend David Fowler, listening at home in Derbyshire today with all the usual crew. Daughter Grace, Bobby, wife Becky. Becky, by the way, home after major surgery this week. Well, welcome home, Becky. Hope you're okay. Take it easy with your recovery. Get your feet up. Let Dave do all the work. Tell him if you want anything, any tea, any food. It's all on you, Dave, now. Thanks to all of you for listening. Great to hear from you. Let's see if Rovers can force another score here. They scored 5 first half, 28-0, looking for their first points of the second half. 5 minutes in after the break. Connor Jones, they're 20 away. Right side with LeCan. Elijah Taylor, lovely. Offload. Jones, Mackenzie Yeh, still going. Aikens, still going. Now Davis is brilliant. It's Kozar. He's reversing over the line. Has he got the ball down? Mathieu Kozar. Kozar scores. His second of the afternoon. Rovers just kept the ball alive. Offloading at will. And Mathieu Kozar has a double here. And Rovers lead by 32 points to 0. And Kozar's on a hat-trick. Just backed himself, the Frenchman, in a sea of bodies. Plonked the ball down. His second, Rovers' 6th try. Corella's bang in front again, and this is going to be 34 points to 0. Third try of the year, Mathieu Kozar scored that terrific try, didn't he, under the post at Post Office Road. Added to these two this afternoon. Mark Corella could tie his shoelaces together on both boots and put that one over. No mistake. 34-0 after 46 and a half minutes. This is more like it from Rovers. Will we get this the full 80? Let's hope so. You may be able to hear some of the Whitehaven fans voicing their displeasure. Not sure if that's at their own players or the official. Maybe a bit of both. It's always the referee who gets it when you're losing, isn't it? One thing I will say for Whitehaven, they should have perfected the kickoffs by the end of this. And had plenty of chance to practice. Briscoe takes it on the full and drives straight at Perry Singleton. He's up towards halfway already. Davis, good step by JD. What a season JD's having. Up and over halfway, 2 tackles in. Quick play with Connor Jones. Joey Leilou, a flick ball. No one saw that. Elijah Taylor and Briscoe's knocked on again. Briscoe's second knock-on of the afternoon, unfortunately. And Rovers getting a bit excited there, gifting possession back to Whitehaven. Rovers, remember, playing with just 3 interchanges on the bench second half. Junior Moores getting his thumb injury treated. He has left the ground. He won't be coming back, obviously. And here come Whitehaven, who simply have been stifled. I was going to say they haven't got going. They haven't been allowed to get going by Rovers this afternoon. Aikens in the tackle. Or have he dropped that? No, the referee's allowed it to go. They're over the Rovers 40. This is better from Whitehaven. Bit of attacking intent. 30 out from the Rovers line. Left side. Taboo. Running at Mathieu Koza. Centrally. 15 out from the post. This will be the last tackle. Jake Carter. I beg your pardon. 2 to go. Just to the left of the sticks. And they feed the danger man again off the bench. Lazaruza Taboo. Still the tackle count continues, so I clearly can't count. Doran putting an early kick. Aramahow wasn't looking at that. That should be play on. Connor Jones is hacking it forward. That was played at. What's the referee going to say here? I think it's going to be Rovers' ball. It is going to be Rovers' ball. So there's a knock-on in there somewhere from Whitehaven. Messy period of play. Rovers successfully again defend their own line. Much to the displeasure of the locals. See Dan Smith down on the touchline, getting ready to be reintroduced. I think Gadwin Springer will be back on before too long as well. Mathieu Koza making his way off. 2 try, Mathieu Koza may have to wait for the hat-trick because Dan Smith is on instead. Slotting straight in for his first carry to the left of Mark Corella, who goes right and gives it to Elijah Taylor instead, who just bumps off Jake Carter. Corella, Lacan, here is Smith. Runs straight at Singleton. 40 out from the line. Davis, left side. Aikens, Howe takes it on. Strong runner. 20 away with Corella. Awful ball. Picked up on the bounce by Daniel Smith. Short ball to Aikens. Rovers 10 away on the last. Jones is over it. He's got Lacan on his right shoulder. He's going to go left, I think. He flings it to Corella. Dabs one through. Chases it himself and scores. Mark Corella with a kick and chase of his own making. He's back and he's in form all right. Mark Corella adds another try. And Rovers extend their lead. Just the little kick and chase on the last. Corella knew where it was going. He chased it himself, touched it down. 38-0 with a kick to come. And Mark Corella gets himself on the try scorers list. With try number 7 of the afternoon. Much to the delight of the Rovers fans who did manage to get themselves here after the chaos earlier on the M6. Hope it's all right going back. The information was that the M6 could be shut in both directions for quite some time today after that accident. So thankfully, Rovers out there giving the fans something to cheer today. Mark Corella makes no mistake. That's 6 from 7. 16 points to Mark Corella, 40 points to Rovers. We've still got half an hour or so left here, with Rovers now leading 40-0. Well, Mark Carella's only been back 3 games. He scored each week. It's like he's never been away. And a weary Whitehaven restart again. And you just know this is coming right back at them. Briscoe fields the kickoff on this near right wing. Rovers start this set on 20. Leilua in the orange boots takes it on. 46 points in 3 matches of his comeback. You'd imagine he'll get up to the half century today. Mackenzie Yeh pumping the legs, stumped on his back. Rovers up to the Whitehaven 40 already. Davis looks hungry on this right side. Jones goes left. Aikens, Hankinson, and Gale with a bit of room. Gale down the outside, throws an intercept. They were queuing up to score, but Whitehaven get lucky and bring it away. Made it a bit too obvious, perhaps, Gareth Gale. .53.5 minutes gone. 40 points to 0 is the Rovers' lead at Whitehaven, who are chucking the ball about and knocking on. Has he gone back? No. It's an unforced error, and Logan Astley is on. The youngster in on loan from Wigan. He's going to get 25 minutes or so here. Is it Thomas Lacan who's gone off, by the looks of things? So Lacan gets a breather. And let's have a look at Logan Astley, wearing 33 on the back of his red Rovers shirt. And his first involvement is to feed the scrum. Jones, they're going left side with Aikens. Carella's running dangerously behind the line. 20 away. Hankinson, the dummy half, in the left centre position. Aikens goes behind Davis to Dan Smith. Thinks about an offload and then crashes into the tackle. Jones is there. Davis shows the dummy and then runs into trouble. But Rovers get a penalty. So Rovers penalty under the sticks here. John Davis took a big whack and he has stayed down and is receiving immediate treatment. Let's hope that JD is all right. Having a terrific season, and he's straight back up. Says, yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Keen just to get on and carry on this attack for Rovers, who have a penalty 15 metres out, right in front of the Whitehaven post, already with a 40 points to 0, 7-try lead. Astley taps and just pops it up to Smith. Rovers set up 10 away, left of the post, with Connor Jones, and then Aikens, his first receiver, left side. Aikens running and giving it on the angle to Gareth Gale, who's been kept quiet, but he's running at the post, and as he's scored under the post, he's knocked on. He's dropped it over the line. He'd done the hard work, he was over, but he couldn't keep control of the football. He crashed onto that Gareth Gale. Oh, and a massive hit from Ramahau. The Whitehaven bounce off it, and they're up to their own 40. So a missed opportunity for Rovers and Gale. Very rare to see a scoreline like this without Gareth Gale on the sheet. Gadwin Springer steps up his warm-up. I'm sure we'll be seeing him for the last 20 or so. But it's Whitehaven with a rare possession, with Guy Graham wearing 17. Central position, 20 away. Doran kicks to himself. Howe lets it go. Gale's gobbled that up well. He's read it well. He's picked it up well, and already he's away. Driving back up to the Rovers 20. 56 minutes gone on FRTV. Rovers with a 40-0 lead. And Connor Jones with a handoff. Astley was on his shoulder. Connor Jones thought better of the offload and keeps hold of it. Leilua. Dan Smith. 30 metres out in front of the post. Jones coming right side. Astley kicks through. He played at that. Oh, and he's gobbled it up anyway, the Whitehaven man. A couple of tired tackles in there. They would love a nil, Rovers, this afternoon. Whitehaven offloading, Doran in the tackle. Singleton. Doran again, 40 out in the central position, popped up to Connor Holiday wearing 11, and the ball's on the deck. Rovers will pick it up, it's a knock on, so it's play on with Astley. First chance to have a little jinking run, and offloads into tackle, and Corella gives it immediately to Arama House. Had a really good game, another strong run. Rovers about 40 out with Briscoe down the middle. Offloading to Connor Jones. Looks to go right and then comes back left. Still bouncing out of the tackles here, Connor Jones. Eventually halted in his tracks. 30 metres out or so from the Whitehaven line. The red shirts of Rovers are lining up here with Dan Smith dumped on his back. That looked dangerous. It was a tip tackle. Rovers didn't like it. They're running in. Referee was quick to whistle there. You can't do that in the modern game. Well, you've never been able to do that, but you certainly can't do it now. Wasn't the worst we've seen this season, but it was certainly over the horizontal. And the touch judges are on to help the referee. I don't think it'll be any more than a penalty, but who knows, to be honest. The referee is calling the Whitehaven man over for a word. I'm sure it'll be nothing more than that. No, it's just a warning. And Rovers have a penalty with 20 minutes to go. And Astley is over the ball. Final quarter of the game, 40-0 the Rovers lead. Mathieu Kozak back on, takes the first carry. 20 away from the post, just to the left of them, with Connor Jones. Loves to go left on this side, yes, and he goes that way with Aiken. Short ball to Arama Howe, lovely offload, Hankinson, just short. Boy, he's had a good game, Howe. Will he go on his own? No. Back to Connor Jones. Smith in front of the sticks. Astley. Lovely ball, Leilua. Bit of room for Joey. Shuffle past to Briscoe, who won't score, won't miss from here. Of course he'll score. It was set up perfectly by Joey Leilua. And Luke Briscoe did the rest. He was never going to miss that. Scores in the corner on the hour. And Rovers have try number 8, 44-0, with a kick to come. Leilua made it. Briscoe scored it. And Rovers, as they've done a lot this year, are sharing the tries around. 8 tries from 7 different scorers. Just Mathieu Kozak. He's helped himself to 2 and he's back on the pitch. He's got 19 and a half minutes to score his first professional hat-trick. Mark Corella has his toughest kick of the afternoon. 6 from 7. This one is a couple of metres in from this near right-hand touchline. He's taken it back about 22, 23 metres. So a very narrow angle. Right in front of the Whitehaven fans, who I'm sure will give him some encouragement. Strikes it, just fading right to the post. So another miss. 6 from 8 from Corella, and it's a 44-0 Featherstone Rovers lead. Nine tries this year for Briscoe. He'll be feeling a lot better after those 2 knock-ons. Jones. Elijah Taylor. Great to see him back today. After a 9-match absence dating back to March. Jones with Daniel Smith. Spinning and offloading. Jones again. Taylor once more. Leilua. Growing into the game is Joey. Rovers 30 away again, right side. Jones back inside to Astley, right in front of the sticks. Mackenzie takes it on, still going, wants an offload. Koza takes it. Koza, well, his eyes lit up there. But there was just enough Whitehaven defence back. He's 10 away on the deck. Jones always favours left from here. Akins. Howe hitting the line at pace. He's halted a couple of metres short. It's the last tackle. Jones glancing left, then having a look who's back right. Finds Koza. Astley on the last. Kicks over looking for Briscoe. Where's the bounce? He's put it backwards. This should be play on. If Leilua picks it up, he's scored. That's a try for Rovers. Everyone froze. Briscoe hurling into touch, chucked it back over his head. It looked like a knock-on, but it went backwards. So Joey Leilua grabbed the ball, touched it down, and Rovers have another one. 48-0. It was Logan Astley's kick and Briscoe's never say die attitude that has given Joey Leilua his first try of the afternoon. And Rovers' 9th try of a fruitful trip to Whitehaven. And Mark Corella has exactly the same kick now than the one he's just missed a couple of minutes ago. Should have been a form, Joey, since his return to the team. 10th try of the season. 4 of those have come in the last 3 games. 3 games since Mark Corella's return. I wonder if that's a coincidence. The amount of ball Joey's getting with Mark Corella joining the line as he does. Here he comes again. Will he have learnt from that missed kick? This one looks better. No, it doesn't. It's exactly the same outcome. 48-0. Another miss. 15 to go. 6 from 9 from Corella's boot. But Sean Long will be really pleased with this. You have to say Whitehaven have been feeble. They look like a side that played on Wednesday night. They look like a side who have struggled all season. They look like a side struggling for fitness too. But you can only beat what's in front of you, and that's exactly what Rovers are doing. Still got a quarter of an hour to play here. 48-0 is the Rovers lead. It's a long, very long restart. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. You don't see that too often. The restart hits the crossbar and Gadwin Springer back on. Not sure I've ever seen that. Hankinson. Rovers, because of that freak restart, have to start fairly deep, but they're up to 30. Gareth Gale, 9 tries, and Gareth Gale hasn't scored. He'll be sitting quietly at the back of the coach if he doesn't get one. Dan Smith. Connor Jones. Astley floats a ball to Joey Leilua. When Leilua is back fit and firing, how good do Rovers look? Astley with a towering bomb. Hankinson's after it. Oh, he's taken it on the full. But Whitehaven have grabbed possession off him and knocked on, have they? Yes, they have. Hankinson grabbed it first. It was ripped off him one-on-one, but the Whitehaven man then put it to ground inside his own 10. So a gift here for Rovers. Well, the home fans don't like it. It's not the referee's fault. Whitehaven man. Let's just put the ball on the deck. For some reason, the referee's getting blamed for it. I didn't see him drop it. There we are. Rovers line up. This is a training ground move. It's a set scrum right in front of the posts on the 10-metre line. There's another try coming. Mark my words. 48-0. This is the half century, I feel. Leilua, Corella! Right on cue from the base of the scrum. Joey Leilua again. And Mark Corella has his second of the afternoon as Rovers hit Whitehaven for 50. 52-0. And now Mark Corella's on a hat-trick. What a return to the side from the France international. And this time he has given himself a slightly better kicking angle. 68 gone, 52-0. Whitehaven have put the cue back in the rack here, and Rovers are taking full advantage. They are absolutely feasting on the Whitehaven carcass. Our Rovers here. Rovers fans behind the posts, a few hundred of them, hardy souls from the blue wall, have made the trip up. And actually, the forecast was saying thunderstorms, so they got lucky. Bright sunshine overhead as Corella prepares to tag on another two. This one he won't miss. 7 from 10, and Rovers lead 54-0. With 11 or so minutes to go. The only down spot today, the injury to Junior Moores. Not really what you need after losing 3 last week. 3 lengthy ones last week as well in Bussey, Day and Hardcastle. Now Junior Moores. John O'Ford long term as well. That's why Sean Long has assembled the squad he has, with the help, of course, upstairs of Mark Campbell and Martin Vickers. That's why you need a deep quality squad when you're chasing Super League. Here's Briscoe. It's a 10-try performance from Rovers so far. 54-0. Connor Jones darting through the ruck up towards halfway. Gadwin Springer, also a try scorer. Seems a lifetime ago the big man crashed over. Astley has looked pretty good, slotting in. Only his 10th ever professional match across a few different clubs, but he's looks like he's got a bit of stardust there. He's got a great high bomb, and we're seeing it again. Gales after it, taps it backwards. Adds Howe, kicks it on. This will be play on. Whitehaven get there and diffuse the danger. Last 10 minutes, Whitehaven are on their own 10-metre line. They look absolutely shattered. Massive golfing class today. Without wanting to be rude, it's almost looked like Super League against League One. Hankinson and Howe in the tackle. Caleb Aikens emerging from under the sea of red bodies as well. Whitehaven up to the relative comfort of their own 30. They're going to kick downfield. Awful kick. Mark Corella didn't have to move. Briscoe. Wrapped up. And Rovers will start 35 metres out from their own line. Corella feeds Joey Leilua. Gareth Gale running straight down the middle. You don't want to give me the ball out wide, I'll just play in the second row, he said. Springer. Rovers already 20 away again with a couple of tackles to play with. Jones back in field to Astley. Sweeps the ball to Smith. Lovely ball down Smith. Aikens dancing towards the post and scoring under the sticks. Astley involved again. Aikens scoring again, his second. Rovers 11th. And they're absolutely rampant. $58-0. And now Aikens moves to join 3 players on a hat-trick with Corella and Kozak. All 3 are out there. We've got an 8-minute race to the match ball. And Corella's got a gimme right under the post. Here comes Mark Corella to add another 2 to the scoreboard. No mistake. He's kicked 8 goals, scored 2 tries, 24 personal haul for Mark Corella. And it's a 60 points to 0 Featherstone Rovers lead. There's 6.5 minutes to go. Sixth time this season that Rovers have gone past the 50 mark. Mark Corella proving a points machine since his return from a long-term injury layoff, and his fitness will improve with every game. Oh, wow. Now then. Oh, this doesn't look good. Hankinson. Oh, no. Hankinson went up in the air to claim the restart. I think he was taken out in the air by a Whitehaven man, and this looks a painful one. It's the landing for Hankinson. He's pointing to his right knee. Oh, no, no, no. Another serious injury this looks, I'm afraid. Chris Hankinson went up to claim the kick-off. He was taken out in the air by the Whitehaven man. He's landed really badly and he's pointing to his right knee, and he is in a lot of pain. Let's hope this isn't as bad as it looks. Oh, he's done. The instruction is that he's done. It's another bad one. Chris Hankinson is making his way off, or he will be. He still hasn't moved, but Tom Alacan is on. So a lengthening injury list for Sean Long, I'm afraid. Junior Moores and Hankinson. The casualties today. Added to Hardcastle, Day, Ford and Bussey. You've got half a team there. All regular starters. And who's being carried off the pitch by the Rovers staff. Here's the unfortunate Chris Hankinson, the skipper today. He was pointing to his right knee. He is walking, but it's more of a limp. In a fireman's lift with the Rovers staff either side. And you just have everything crossed that that's not a lengthy layoff. Craig Hall would be the obvious choice to go in there. He's 18th man today. And it's a penalty to Rovers for Ashley to drill into touch. And that does feel like it's taken some of the gloss off a really good afternoon for Rovers. Springer takes a strong carry. Lacan, Mackenzie Yeh. Lacan again. Caleb Aikens, Corella. Looks like Connor Jones has gone out to play left centre. Offloading on the floor is Corella. It's play on. Lacan gives it to Arama Howe. Mackenzie Yeh at pace. Offloading out the back. Springer. Still going. What a try this could be. Dan Smith has lost the ball. And this will be play on with Whitehaven. It's all got a bit scrappy since that injury. And Rovers have given away a penalty. With just a few minutes left. Singleton. A rare possession for Whitehaven. I've not kept track of how many sets they've completed, but this second half it won't be many. They're chucking the ball around over on the right side, where Connor Jones is now playing left centre. Defending this nil, Rovers, in the last few minutes. Whitehaven down the middle, looking for a consolation try. It's the last tackle. They're in front of the post here. What have they got on the last? Left-footed kick over to Briscoe's wing, straight into touch. Rovers have the ball back. 20 out from their own line, with Gareth Gale taking the first drive. Lacan feeding Briscoe. Two wingers with the first two carries. Well, the ball's come out. Is it a knock-on against Rovers here? I think it's going to be Whitehaven ball. They seek a consolation score. There'll be a couple of extra minutes, the clock showing 80, but we have just had that injury, unfortunately, to Chris Hankinson. And now there's a Whitehaven man now receiving treatment. So Rovers walking wounded, unfortunately, at the moment. It's a big win, this. This would be the third time Rovers have completed a shutout. Keighley on the opening day at Keighley and away at Widnes as well. We think a couple of added minutes here. It's Perry Singleton who is making way to a round of applause. So final throws of this one. It's a big Rovers lead, but again at cost. Whitehaven from the scrum. Can they find a try late in the day? Taboo. They're in front of the post here. They've got a chance to find a way through. Narama Howe has missed the tackle. And they're offloading. There could be something still for Whitehaven. I think they're going to get a penalty as well. Referee has called it early. So 6 more tackles coming Rovers' way. They tap in front of the post. One final test of this Rovers defence, who'll be desperate for this nil. Whitehaven stacking up left side. They kicked early. Briscoe's gone back. Oh, he's done well. He's kept himself in the field of play as well. He's diffused the kick. And Rovers do protect their line. Leilua brings it away. Logan Astley. Looks like Lacan is playing at 9. Ashley and Akins in the halves, and Connor Jones left centre. Here's Macho Kozar, spots a bit of green grass and runs into it. Last tackle, they're just over halfway here, Rovers, on the last, with Lacan. He's looking for a kicker. It's going to be Ashley. Chucks the ball to Akins. They're going to run it left side, Rovers. It's with Arama Howe. Is he going to kick? No, it's Jones. Gareth Gale running out of room. They're still going. Connor Jones does dink over the top, chases his own kick. Whitehaven go to ground. Millimetres in the field of play, but they get a penalty, a high shot. Right at the end here. Rovers will give away another penalty. There won't be long left though. As Whitehaven just dumped the ball into touch. Here come Whitehaven, one last throw of the dice. They're over halfway on the right wing, back into centre field. Jinking around but going nowhere is Jake Carter, throwing the ball backwards and again. Running into cul-de-sacs, Whitehaven. Oh, Briscoe's done really well again with the kick. Knocked it down and dived on it. So it does look now like Rovers are going to get just their third defensive shutout of the year. 11 tries. From 8 different scorers. There's the hooter. Dan Smith has it. Throws the ball wide, chucked a forward pass. Connor Jones picked it up, and that will do it. An emphatic win for Rovers, but another worrying injury for the second successive week. Injury concerns for head coach Sean Long. Stay tuned to FRTV to hear post-match reaction from the Rovers head coach. Chris Hankinson, the man with what looked like a knee injury. 60-0 though, Rovers have won it. Thanks as always for your company. 2 tries to Corella, 2 to Akins, 2 for Mathieu Kozar, Arama Howe, Connor Jones, Gadwin Springer, Luke Briscoe and Joey Leilua, the other scorers. 8 from 11 from the boot of Mark Corella. Rovers are back 8 points clear at the top of the Betfred Championship after 17 rounds of action. And it's back home next week. Hope to see you at Post Office Road for the visit of Swinton. Enjoy what's left of your weekend. Thanks for your coverage, and we'll see you very soon. Goodbye.